Live from Shelby Township, Local 4 News starts right now.
Good Wednesday evening. We are right smack in the middle of Macomb County tonight. Welcome everybody to Shelby Township. We are in your neighborhood. We're coming to you live tonight from Vincent Joe's Gourmet Market on Van Dyke and 25 Mile Road. Good evening, everybody. Tune in now, and if you're in the area, stop by and say hi. I'm Karen Drew.
And I'm Damon Fernandez. You know, we're going to start things off by zeroing in on an issue. We have so much to cover tonight, but it's an issue that's so special to everyone and top of mind for a lot of folks in this community.
That's right. Nick Monticelli is joining us right now to talk a little bit about what Shelby Township doesn't have, and that is a downtown gathering.
I didn't realize I had to tell a story. I thought I came for food.
I know, it's good here.
You said just going to the market. I said I'll be there at 5:30. Yeah, so downtown Shelby Township is the goal, right? But if you're familiar with the area at 24 Mile Road and Van Dyke, you can't stop traffic on Van Dyke. It's not going to happen. And many of the planners and engineers say we'd like to, but it's not a great feasible option. So instead, the community, the township leaders have taken many community surveys and they say, well, if the township residents want it, we'll make it happen. So they're looking at redesigning their entire main campus at 24 and Van Dyke.
The campus is a great facility for walking. I love it. I love it.
Trees, and especially in the fall, and the crisp air.
Everybody enjoys every aspect of this.
I think it's safe to say Shelby Township residents are big fans of the municipal campus at 24 Mile and Van Dyke, the most popular spot, Heritage Garden, which is a favorite for wedding and prom and homecoming pictures. There's also a brand new library and a few historical buildings, but nothing here attracting people on an everyday basis.
Our community wants a place to gather.
Township trustee Lisa Casali says after 3 community surveys, it's clear residents want this space to be a destination. So the township started buying property along Van Dyke. All this is now your land.
Correct. Yep. Look what we have here, all this open space right now, and with the properties we've acquired, we can just, fulfill our dreams here and make this a township center for us to gather.
That plan starts with a multi-use pavilion and farmers market, an ice rink, and a band shell. How many people can you fit for a big concert? Do we even know yet?
Oh, no, I don't think we...
Bigger than Freedom Hill. 30,000 people.
Let's say 1,000. I don't know.
Shelby Township Planning Director Juliana Razavir also says they're looking at expanding Mace Decker Park and installing playgrounds and tree houses.
Those are slated to go back in the woods, so they're elevated up off the ground, and they're, you can perhaps travel from treehouse to treehouse.
But big dreams cost big money. So we asked Township Treasurer Jim Carabelli, how is all this paid for?
We're putting money away in capital projects. We can't do it all at once, so we're slowly putting away money and saving it for it. But there's also opportunities for grants.
If it happens, it seems it'll make happy Shelby residents even happier.
Just more to do, more things for families.
And honestly, that does seem like a great idea for all the residents here who keep talking about wanting that downtown. Now, again, the real question is, what is the timeline, Karen DeBond? They're talking about if they can get the funding in place, if they can get some of that grant money and money back from the state of Michigan, 2024, they could be looking at maybe, so next year, some groundbreaking, opening some buildings, but it's going to be a phased project. The band shell is first. That's their biggest thing. They want to have a spot for concerts and movies for all the residents here. Then they'll start putting in the farmers markets and the ice rinks and all that other good stuff.
It is a great plot of land. I was going to say, in this whole week, every neighborhood we've gone into, everyone's talking about this. They want that little gathering spot.
And they keep talking about how they'd like to mimic Sterling Heights or Rochester, which is directly to the west of here. They'd love to do it again, but Van Dyke, you can't slow that traffic.
No.
So they've got to get creative and figure out something else.
All right, we appreciate it. And thanks for staying up late.
No problem. Going to bed pretty soon.
I know, I was thinking you need a nap, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
All right, friends, so we asked people where in Shelby Township to go. So many of you told us right here at Vincent Joe's Gourmet Market. But Karen, I tell you that they didn't tell us that we'd be smack dab in the middle of the dessert section.
I've been eating a lot. There's a charcuterie tray, there's pizza, there's lots of great things. This is such a special spot. Lots of homemade food. It's the second location for the Talley family. They opened back in 2006. Vincent Joe's is family owned. It started as a small dream to provide their growing families and also build a business to be proud of, providing some valuable service to the community. And this place knows about service.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it. And here are a few facts, some things that we might have known about Shelby Township. It's 20 miles north of Detroit. It's home to just under 80,000 people.
This community is growing. It has parks, as we showed you earlier, parks with 1,200 acres. There's lots of sports fields, so many playscapes for the kids, and lots of trails for those hikers and bikers. It's named for a hero of the Revolutionary War and a War of 1812. Many people don't know that. Kentucky Governor Isaac Shelby, historians assume settlers in Michigan knew him from his accomplishments back in 1818, thus the name Shelby Township.
Yeah, here, Karen, here's another fun fact. A farm in Shelby Township was actually a stop on the Underground Railroad, and this township is home to the Packard Proving Grounds. That's pretty interesting, too.
Yeah, there's lots of different places and hot spots to hit and know about. So we sent Sean Lay out to give us a tour of some of the places that you may not know about here in Shelby Township.
You could ask the question this way: what makes STSS, Shelby Township, so special? This is a Local 4 celebration of Shelby Township. Everywhere we've gone, people are so nice to point out their favorite spots. Let's go. So give me one thing you love about Shelby Township.
Oh, I love everything about
Everything. Let's start with rich history here. Utica Nike base. Did you know about this? During the 50s, U.S. Army developed its Nike anti-aircraft program, provided America's cities with its last line of defense right here. Riverbends Park, sacred ground really for freedom. This is one of the last stops on the Underground Railroad. All right, leaving the park right now, and just a mile and a half up the road, another incredible historic site. Let me show you. Steve Petro, Rev Up Motors. What is Rev Up Motors?
A classic car dealership in Shelby Township.
We're here at the Packard Proving Grounds, a really historic site. That's a test track for Packards.
Yes.
And then in World War II, what was on there?
Tanks.
And then shipped them over to Europe.
Yes.
So this place helped win the war.
Yes.
One more thing I want to show you. I'll flip the phone around. There's a tarp, new tarp, that lines this fence. Apparently, story goes, recently Eminem's daughter got married here. What a great setting. And this was put up to block the paparazzi. How about that? Now it's time to talk about the food here in Shelby Township. And people telling us all roads lead to here, Van Dyke and Da Francesco's. How good are these sausage and peppers?
Outstanding. 10.
I've also heard it's cannoli day.
Holy cannoli day.
Everyone directed us to here, Da Francesco's.
Oh my God. Oh yes, this is great.
What do you love about this place?
Oh, the atmosphere.
So we just barged into Da Francesco's during a very busy lunch, but they say they love Local 4 and they're preparing some stuff for us to try. They want to show off what they make. Let's go.
So we got a pasta frutti di mare right here, our Italian chopped salad here. We got our famous arancini, or otherwise known as rice balls.
Francesco, the grilled taste.
Yeah, you like the charcoal grilled flavor? Yeah.
Incredible.
Very nice.
Hate to talk my mouth full, but that's really good. It's the best assignment I've had in a long time. Thank you so much. All right, we're live now. That's the Belcastro family at Da Francesco's. Guys, we walked in unannounced. They were busy, big lunch crowd there. The Belcastro family stopped everything they were doing, cooked for us. The guys from Local 4 just in the door. We enjoyed everything, and just the hospitality, the food was amazing. Also, guys, I knew about Shelby Township. I didn't know anything about Shelby Township. We talked about the history, things of that nature. Now, I don't want to leave Shelby Township. You can't make me leave. I want to start a bureau up there for Local 4. I'm not even going to ask management. It was great. Everywhere we went, guys, people were so friendly, and they talked about Local 4, and they welcomed us everywhere we went. It was a great day.
I was going to say, as a reporter, I love getting surprised when we go out on these stories. Was there a moment that you're like, man, I know you're saying you're surprised a lot, but was there a moment that you're like, man, this is so cool?
Every step we took, there was something interesting at the park, at the proving grounds, interesting people. And Jason Wilger was my photographer on this at Local 4. We both said the same thing. We got back in the van and we said, everyone is so friendly everywhere we went. They all knew Local 4. They loved having us there. It was great. I can't wait to go back.
It is a great community. Sean, we appreciate the tour. Thanks so much. Love how he ended his story with that glass of wine.
I know, this is such a food town. I didn't know about it before I came here.
All right. Now, all week long, Hank has been tagging along with us in each community that we've been visiting. But today we have a little specialty because he's actually in the same building.
Yeah, what's special tonight is that he's here for the first time in the same building with us. But I tell you this, it's also been surprising seeing how many people have been lining up to talk to him and how many seniors unfortunately have problems where people have been preying on them. Hank, you've been getting an earful over there. How's it going?
Hey guys, how you doing? You're right, we're all under one roof, one big happy Local 4 family, right? It has been fantastic. I want you to take a look at some of the video because as you mentioned, we had a good crowd here right when the doors opened with our Help Me Hank meetup at 4 o'clock. A lot of people talking to us about the story that Nick Monticelli did today, the interest and the concerns about the development of a possible downtown Shelby. What could that mean for this community? But of course, we heard from consumers that were having problems with landlord-tenant situations, landlord problems, issues with their auto dealer, you name it. I mean, if it's a consumer-related issue, that's why we're here. We want to hear about those problems. We want to hear about those issues. We sit with you one-on-one. I listen to the problem. I then work with the business, the landlord, you name it, to try to resolve it for you. So big thanks to everybody here in Shelby that came out. We're going to stay here in Shelby Township for a little bit longer through the newscast. If you're in town, if you're nearby, we would love to see you. Stop on by. I'd like to have an opportunity to meet you and maybe hear about an issue that you want to see here on Local 4. For now, we're going to send it back to you guys.
I was going to say, you have been working hard, Hank, and you've been eating a lot. I've noticed that too.
Calling them out.
I'm totally calling them out.
Karen, I mean, what do you expect? Have you looked around? There's food everywhere. Of course I'm eating.
That is true. Of course you are. It is good. You know me. I just love to tease you. We'll check back with you later. Thanks, Hank.
Look, Hank's been diving in all week long.